Yo, what's good, my fellow Magic Knights? It is your boy DEADMANVINCE back with yet another Black Clover mobile video. We actually had the Black Clover live stream a few days ago by Vic Gaming. It was very short, but we did get a lot of good information in, and I already released my live stream of that live stream on my YouTube as a video. But I will be going back right now and doing kind of like a more in-depth breakdown and just pointing out more things a little more obviously. And then everything else that you kind of see in the video that I don't get to go over too much, I will just kind of go back and go over in their own separate videos. But first, let me get it skipped up to, because before the live stream even started, I'd already gotten on early, and I started watching a few different animation videos that they had just put out, because they put out a lot of different animation videos right before the live stream actually dropped. So yeah, let me just get headed up to that point and then we'll continue on from there. Alright guys, so I'm going to actually be playing from right here where the live stream starts off. This is actually, like I said, a recording of the live stream from my live stream of me watching it. I was in a little watch party with Blade, Kami, NPC. Definitely go check those guys out. They're doing some good content on the game too. But one of the first things that I initially kind of noticed when the stream started off is that the animation was a lot better in the game, and it's not too clear to tell right now because we only saw one little thing, but as you start to see all the other character animations roll in, you'll start to notice that the game has actually made its animations a lot more smooth, its character models and everything. I feel like even the subtle motions, the very tiny motions that the character models are doing are a lot more fluid realistically. And you can see before, I feel like when Noelle did that move, she was kind of sitting there almost frozen, and then she'll drop that. But now you can kind of see her moving, her body kind of swaying a little bit when she's charging up the move, and it's just the tiny things like that. Right here, this is where they started kind of getting into it, started kicking it off, because they had little chibi just kind of running past all these extra characters, and we were just kind of waiting. Now, like I said, this stream was a little short. I believe that Shaeyoung Joy, or dude, I forget the order of his name every time. Jung Choi, I think that's how you say his name. Yes. The CEO of Vic Gaming, he only spoke for about 15 minutes. It felt like most of it was really just them kind of showing previews and things like that. Now, for everybody who's been tapped into the game and looking at all these previews on the side, it looked like they didn't really show much. I kind of felt that way when we first watched it. I was looking from my perspective. Then, that man Blade said, hey, for a trailer of just shit that the general person probably hasn't seen, and people who aren't just looking this up every day trying to figure out more about it, this is probably a lot that they're getting, and honestly, it is quite a bit. So now they're going to kind of show off the characters here. Right now they're just kind of showing you some scenes, recreations of what's the scenes from the show, because that's one of the things that they really wanted to hit on. It feels like they almost even harped on that point, not necessarily a bad thing, but they were very how do I say, keeping this game true to the story with its scenes and animations was very prevalent on their mind, because every single time we got any information on the game, they showed us that. We just got to see another little animation from Soul, the sister of, or not sister, but the girl that Charlotte saved, and she calls her big sis, right? I feel like we're seeing a lot more here too. We didn't have Ghosh as a character in the beta, but now we're seeing Ghosh here. We saw Soul. We're seeing the Eye of the Midnight Sun, the whole little kind of arc right there. Also, if you guys notice, you can see Magic Spoon in my live streams, because it'll never leave me alone and it haunts me till no end. But yeah, that's just, I feel like that's kind of confirmation. I feel like this is more so showing us the parts of the story that we would get to before the game, because when Grand Cross first dropped, it had its parts that were already out into the game, the first 6 chapters, and then afterwards we had to wait a little bit for an update, kind of every little while, to actually get more content for the game on the story. So I feel like they were just kind of showing us what we're gonna have initially. I was also told by Bulat is the community guys. He was here watching live stream with me, of course. I was told by Bulat that we're getting up to chapter 5 of the story, where would chapter 5 go? Because I know chapter 3 ended when the village got raided by the Eye of the Midnight Sun. So I guess that chapter 5 would go, is arc 5 the underwater temple arc? Because if it is, bro, that would be clean. You can see right here that they do have very nice kind of like they had a very nice venue, I guess you could say, for this live stream too. So, you know, people, obviously we already knew that people were putting money into this game. Garena, literally, Garena, whichever their name is, it doesn't matter to me because I don't want to play the global version, but they had put like $24 million, was it? They put a lot of money, like millions. And by the way, this isn't my stream skipping up right here. This is their stream skipping up. We were just watching it and everybody kind of like noted how the stream was skipping up just a little bit. But this lady talks for a little bit, and keep in mind, this is all in Korean. At this point in the video, not in the video, at this point in the live stream, or before this point even, I was already asking people in the chat if, you know, anybody could translate. Bulat had an app or something like that. Honestly, I wish there was kind of like a transcript of this event so I could just translate everything and just kind of put my eyes on it myself. But I mean, it's whatever, right? We got rough translations. That was kind of like good enough for me because some of the details that we got were very important. So right here, we just had the lady talking right now. Basically, it seems like she was just more so introducing damn it, I get his name mixed up every time. Jung Choi. It seems like she was just more so introducing this man so everybody knew who he was, like everybody doesn't already know who he is. The GOAT, the man, the myth, the legend 27. He actually just talks for a little bit because this is just like a showcase, and I feel like this maybe wasn't the entire event what we saw, but more so what they were willing to disclose for a global audience is kind of like what they showed right here on this part of the live stream, and then everything else was kind of like kept under wraps just for like the Korean people who were there, or not just for the Korean people who were there, but just for all the outlets that really like came, because there are a lot of different like people from a lot of different companies there to kind of like view the game and see how it was going to look on initial look, right? And oh yeah, that's fair, you do know it's real when the stutters are in. I'm sorry, I'm kind of reading back over my chat while I'm doing this like breakdown, and I'm remembering literally being there that night. So right here, he's actually about to show a trailer off, I believe. And the reason why this live stream is muted right now as I go over it is because some of the music in it is actually copyrighted, like the Fill Me in Black song that they made for the trailer. They're about to play that right now. That's actually copyrighted. So just trying to play it safe on this video. Let's skip ahead right here. Right here, I didn't know what they were saying. I assumed that he was talking about the prologue, but honestly, oh no. We got somewhat translation. So Bulat, you can see if you look at the chat, Bulat starts translating some of it for us, and it says all it says is high quality graphics, and then the next one says the emotion of the game, and then we get into the actual trailer for it. So I'm just gonna let this part play in its entirety, just for people who are watching this video trying to get into the game. You haven't watched the live stream video already, you know, if you want to just see this, right? So it's things like that. That's what I was talking about. Just a little character like body shake, like it feels like before. So like that scene right there where Asa gets stepped on by Rebchi, it feels like before Asa got stepped on, he was just kind of like static right there, like, oh no, I'm defeated. But like now, you know, it looks more realistic because Asa gets stepped on, his body kind of like, his body moves like a little bit more motion to it, because you're not just getting stepped on and then just sitting stationary stuck. Then they're just showing us a bunch of crazy scenes from the first part. We definitely already did go up to the dungeon whenever the game was out. The dungeon area actually did look really good. Like all of the what's the word I'm looking for? All of the assets, or maybe not assets, but just all of the models. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. All the models in the dungeon arc. We're seeing a little more about when Asta claims that he'll be the Wizard King to all the different Magic Knights at the first like award ceremony, where Asta's getting recognized, and then he fights for Noel. And then all the royals are just like, get out of here. Then we cut back to Asa fighting Mars. And like I said, Mimosa especially used to look really stiff. So when I saw Mimosa like turn around like that, you know, fluid motion, I was like, damn, they really are improving on this. And I'm really glad they showed off this scene too, because this was a really cool scene. You know, a lot of this stuff looks really good remodeled in 3D. I missed that the first time. I didn't even realize that was when Jack, Charlotte, and Nozel pulled up to save Yami from the Eye of the Midnight Sun right there. Yeah, and this is just more so like new visuals. I just wanted to let them play so people can see them. Now this third thing here, I'm not too sure what it says. And Bulat didn't really translate it in the chat, so then we keep looking. We can start seeing different like chapters, different areas. So chapter 1 is going to be Hajj Village. Pretty much Asa doing his Leaf Maguro juice bullshit and training and yelling with Yuno and trying to marry Sister Lily. Then we get to part 2, where they get to the capital. Is it Kika? They get to the capital for the Magic Night exam. Or no, this is chapter 2 actually. So all of chapter 1 is actually going to be the Magic Night exam. Then chapter 2 is jumping directly into the, not the Magic Night exam. Magic Night exam, also doing his initiation of manhood with Magna, and then going to Saucy Village. I think it's Saucy Village, where they have to save the villagers from Heath Grice. Then second chapter is going to be we just saw the dungeon, and then the third chapter is actually going to be saving the kingdom from the Eye of the Midnight Sun. You can see right here that this is actually, so let's rewind it a little bit. This is the part 3 area, the Clover Kingdom capital, right? Then you look a little more, you can see exploration. Now, I did not mean to skip that far. Oh, I didn't notice this. So look, right down here, these are all the rewards you can get for getting all the different like fish capture rates. Right here, it used to be like 3 or 4. No, I think it might have been up to 5 rewards. One of the rewards was a puzzle piece. If you go to all the areas and pick up different puzzle pieces, you can fully make a skill page for a specific character. More than likely, this one's going to be for Asta. It looks kind of black and red in color. There was one for Yuno as well. But basically, you can go and do all these fishing areas and create a new skill page if you get all the areas and get all the rewards from each area. And also, you can use these fish to cook meals. And then you can get some gold from this as well. And also there's more ingredients here than just fish. This little mini game wasn't too bad. It's kind of fun. And when you walk around this little area right here where you're exploring, you can actually like go to different like spots that want you to inspect them. And when you inspect them, you can get little lures so you can do the little fishing games, right? And then you can get these rewards here. That's not what I wanted to talk about, but I thought that'd be important to kind of bring up, right? So right here, you see as you're walking out of this castle town, you're walking through the castle right here, this little 0 out of 27, and then this right here, right? These are side missions, and you can walk up on this and do these side missions. This right here is probably a prompt asking you if you want to do the side missions, but before, this was only 9. And there were 3 separate missions. And the 3 missions, you could do them, you would get materials to upgrade your skills. They might change that. The UI over here still looks essentially the same. But basically, these little hearts right here are good for your affinity. They're little gifts that you can give to your characters. You can also run characters that you're trying to boost their affinity in this little mission here, and they'll actually get their affinity boosted quite a bit just from these missions specifically. You still have your story tickets, your stamina, your gold, and your black diamonds, your black crystals. So it doesn't look like much of this up here has changed. It looks like they just more so improved upon the UI to make it look a little more appealing, right? But yeah, these side missions are very important, and obviously when the game comes out, I'm going to have more videos for you guys breaking down everything. The only reason why I didn't want to do breakdown videos of everything beforehand is just because what if they change some things up, right? And so let's say for instance, I give you like, oh, these would be the best characters to do for these kind of things, and then we just got this trailer, and like I said at the beginning of this video, they did drop a lot of different trailers of a bunch of different characters that we did not see originally. So now those new characters are in there, and maybe those characters are better for specific missions, and some character skills have changed. So everything in this game was not 100% for certain. Let's keep going, guys. Right here, switches right over into the snowy area, and I kind of like, dude, like, I know this is just like a chibi overworld map, but I really do like the attention to detail, you know. It really does look like you're walking around in like Black Clover, like from the settings that we've seen in the story, it looks pretty good. Ooh, those are big timers there. Those are honestly probably going to be like an hour for a ticket, which honestly, it isn't that bad. It's not too bad. If I remember correctly on the Strongest Hero, it was like an hour, but like everything, they wanted you pretty much to like spend everything to like refill your stamina, and then it would get to a point where you couldn't even refill your stamina anymore. Hopefully they don't have a limit on the stamina. This door down here that says season 1, maybe that's some sort of maybe this is some sort of like raid or something like that. And you know how we have characters that are like seasonal characters. What if the seasonal characters kind of like coincide with this seasonal like mission right here, whatever it may be? That would be pretty cool, I feel like. Then another thing that I want to mention right here, this little compass right here is kind of like the feature from Genshin where you can do like a series of missions, and the missions connect like a bunch of different like NPCs in town, but it's like you have to do one mission, then you have to get to this next mission, then you have to get to this next mission. You have to follow specifically like down the web to the next character. So just a lot of things that I'm really excited to see. This wasn't really available to us in the beta, actually. It was there. You could click on it, you could look at it, but you couldn't do anything with it, so it kind of sucked. And then we're in the village, you see all the different, I'm imagining these are different, like not even just NPCs and like quests, but also different shops. Now this right here was very exciting to see when we first got into the game, because right here, I had speculated that since Magic Knights don't wear armor and they wear clothes, that Vanessa would have something to do with crafting gear, and she would literally break the gear down to its threads, and then literally you could form the gear into something else, and quite literally, if you look like a few seconds more, you see Vanessa You see Vanessa, you put the gear in and then you can break it all down to like materials. So that's really good. So not only do you have one way of farming materials as literally farming the materials, but you can also get like gear, and if the gear is literally useless for you, like even high level gear, right? Say you already have all your characters worked out to a point, you're like, whenever the game drops, you are an absolute sweat at the game and you want to get everything maxed out at the start. I'm dead, man. And you already have all the gear sets that you would need for every character already maxed out, or clean and everything. Every gear set you're going to get afterwards, obviously you're going to want to save some for different characters, but the gear sets are so versatile, it's going to be kind of hard to save for a specific character when you don't know what their kit's going to be. At that point, you're just going to be saving like a gear set of each type. But after that, you know, all the extra gear sets you get, you can kind of just break them down and get materials to work on the other gear sets that you want to work on. Then we get over here to Gray, and I had speculated that maybe Gray would turn gear from regular to like UR or whatever, like enchant the gear to like a higher level for specific characters, kind of like on some Grand Cross business. Instead, she turns one material into another, which is still very fitting of Gray. I do feel like if they do introduce a mechanic later on where you can boost your material or you boost your equipment, that Gray will also be the stop for that too. It'll just have a different choice added onto the menu. Gordon is for making skill pages. Actually, you can fuse a bunch of like no-name skill pages, I think, or no, sacrifice skill pages and get materials for upgrading skill pages. If these are the materials for upgrading skill pages, they look a little different, because before they were like little yellow, or no, that wasn't skill pages. The little yellows were for upgrading your skills. That's right. Also, I don't know if it shows in this, but there is a little screen showing like the skill pages. It seems a lot more intuitive, which I really do appreciate, because when I was going through the skill pages, I was trying to like hold on to some things on the screen for like extra information, and I feel like it should have been kind of like an iPhone 3D Touch kind of thing. Like, oh, hold on to this and you can see information on this and get a better idea of what this does. But they didn't have that option. I hope that they are working on implementing something like of that nature. And honestly, guys, like, I know it's going to be hard waiting for the global version of the game. I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into the Japanese or KR version, literally whichever one is available to me first. Probably the Japanese version though, because the Japanese and KR version, oh, that's right, that's one of the big things. So the KR and the Japanese version of the game will be dropping at the same time, which is very typical. That happens a lot with a lot of different gacha games. You look at Grand Cross, the KR and Japanese versions are on the same schedule, if not they damn near exactly the same. I do like how they use the This is what I live for, man, because this is like, I love when they have like the 3D effects from different like openings and everything. So they start off right here with like from opening 2, painted black. Wait for it, because this is honestly from Black Rover with all the captains standing together like this, I'm pretty sure. But if we let this first little bit play right here, the first little bit we're gonna see is from painted black, the second opening, and then it switches over to the 5th opening or 4th opening. Guess who is back? Then we get Asta. Yeah. And then what else did they show us? I'm trying to remember exactly what they showed us now. Yeah, we're gonna see Asta. They're gonna show Yuno, and then I think they show Noelle like this too. And honestly, I don't know. I was trying to think, right? Reroll guys, right? Rerolling is important in gacha games, of course. Starting with a good character to make sure that you're getting off to the right foot. But honestly, I don't know how important rerolling is gonna be in this, because you get Asta and Yuno for free, like that, for free. And Asta has a counter. Asta has decent defense. He's a lot tankier than like some of the other basic characters you would get. Yami was a fun character. Yami was my favorite character whenever I was like playing. Yami's only issue is that you need a lot of crit chance, a lot of crit rate for him, or he's not doing damage. You know, that crit that he gets is the difference in between him doing like a 10th of your health bar and doing like maybe not a 10th, like 2/10 of your health bar, 1/5 of your health bar versus 1/3 of your health bar, right? So those crits are very important for Yami. This right here, so this looks a lot better. This used to, oh my god, look at all the black crystals. You sweat, stop it. These right here, right, all these used to be one long line and you just had to scroll for a while to find characters. Now they've actually changed it to where there's 2 different sides to it and they're stacked on each other. Yuno is also an SR instead of a rare, because I'm pretty sure Yuno was a rare, and Asta is an SR now too. I thought these were both rares in the beta. I could be wrong. I'll have to go back and check into that. But you can tell pretty much what base rarity a character is by the color on the background of their little like little profile picture here. They also updated these icons right here for all the different types, because we have defenders, attackers, debuffers, healers, and then what was the last one? Utility. Jeez, man, it's just been they haven't really changed the game too drastically. They changed it a lot for the better though. But it's just like, you know, it's crazy how subtle the changes are, but how much of a different game it looks like at this point. And like I'm saying again, not a bad thing. So then they're just showing us other like kind of like how they, so when it's hold on, let's go back here, because look, whenever you put two characters side by side, if they actually have like a combo skill, this partner right here will say blue. If they don't have a combo skill, then the partner will be red instead, or orange instead. I can't color. But they actually did add some new combos in. So Real's ultimate has changed. I just want to let people know. Real's skill set has changed. Sister Lily right here also, they just kind of showing off more characters. Charmy got updated from a rare to an SSR, or to an SR. Mimosa is an SR. I think she was already an SR though, because, you know, typically healers are not like the lowest bottom of the rung. And she's a pretty solid healer. Like, a lot of people were talking about Real and how his counter was like super crazy. I didn't really think Real's counter was that crazy because I had a lot of different things that kind of like negate that, you know. Mimosa can heal the damage up, or Yami, once you get your crits, he can kind of just chop that man down really fast, or even Vengeance, who can just turn that man into a tree before he does anything, or just any other character who's faster and can just speed debuff, and then you can just kind of focus him, get him out of there, and then you're chilling, right? So Sister Lily has a Holy Fist of Love. They updated one of Charmy's animations. We got Soul in there. We got the Eye of the Midnight Sun right here. Everybody was extremely hype about that, for good reason, of course. Ooh, okay, so let's go back here. Let's go back here. That's big. That's big. Because you can see Veto and Raya do not have a skill together. Licht and Sally do not have... Licht and Fauna don't have a skill together. But when they switch their spots, Raya has a skill with Licht, which makes a lot of sense. Literally, when Asta was fighting Licht, literally it was Raya that he started out fighting. Then they found Yuno, and then literally when that whole debacle was going on, Asta and Yuno defeat Klaus and Hamon, and then shout out JoJo's. And then after that, we have Asta and Yuno trying to fight Licht, and Real is there, right? Or not Real. Fuck. Raya. Jeez, man. So many names in my head right now. So just so many characters being like, so many characters got added in. And we got little intro animations for him, so that was really nice too. Oh, and another really cool thing is you can customize the characters like costumes within the guild. This man Klaus is on skates, bro. That is super clean. The racing outfits are a very nice touch, and it even has their guild logo on the jacket. I didn't even notice that there. Then we have the cop line outfits, which honestly I think out of these three, Leopold's fit is looking the cleanest, just because he doesn't have that blazer. You know, he has the white button up. The spacesuit Luck looks great. Space Nozel looks good. Space, like, it's just weird, the character sets that they're choosing. Bruh, you got biker fucking Jack, and you have rapper Jack. Come on now, bro. Jack the Rapper instead of Jack the Ripper. I'm telling you, that's gonna be the name. Jack the Ripper or Jack the Biker, bro. I'm telling you. You know, it's got like little restaurant shit. Then he's got his little racing costume. That racing costume's clean. Why did they have to do that, man, with the turtleneck like that? Please stop. Absolutely filthy. Even this man's fits are clean, bro. Like, this man's a pirate, bro. And it's just like, this is another thing. If you're paying really close attention, you'll see like these models are looking really nice, man. We have Firefighter Fuego. The Firefighter Fuego looks really good. I'm kind of upset. Yeah, dude, they have Gym Teacher Yami. That one's gonna be clean. So right there, what they were showing, Mimosa, and so we've gotten confirmed that Raya and Raya and Lich, or Patry, really. Raya and Patry have a skill move, and then Veto and Fauna have a skill move. Now we're also seeing that Mimosa and Noelle have a skill move in the next scene after this that plays. So I can't really see this over here. And damn, I wish my chat was down, because honestly, this outfit looks the most fire. I really like the gym teacher one, but this outfit looks the most fire, to be honest. Just from like his gloves and his sleeves on it. We got a skill move with Noelle and Mimosa. Probably like some crazy group heal and shield. Ooh, and they had the costumes flashing there? Yeah, them costumes is filthy, bro. Filthy. Yeah. Mimosa, Noelle, Tombo move. two more combo moves from the Eye of the Midnight Sun. I'm pretty sure they show off Nozel and Fuego with a combo move as well at some point in this. Let's see if I can't skip ahead to when they show a little. Yep, right here. So they're gonna show a little bit more right here. Also didn't have a translation for what that said right there. I definitely need to learn Korean. This is from, that's literally from Black Rover. Yeah, yeah. Then it's just showing off Lux, kind of like special move. That move still looks good to this day. We have Asta doing his special move. I think they're about to show a few more like combo moves. You know, doing his Towering Tornado. Noelle doing her water, Sea Dragon's Cradle, Sea Dragon's Nest. Like, bruh, how good it looks on Mimosa doing her move. Now, they finally showed us Vanessa's move. Then we also have Charlotte right here, which I had Charlotte in the beta, but I don't remember actually using her. This man Williams' ultimate has also changed from that crazy godly heal that he had to an attack. So take that as you will. And then I think right after they're gonna show us, dude, and this is what I'm talking about, man. It's just like, it's crazy how far gacha games have come, because before it just used to be kind of like PNG's pixels, right? Now we have shit like this where it looks like Ultimate Ninja Storm. And I'm so glad to be a gacha game player, to be honest. Especially for this, man. I've been waiting years for this shit, dude. That movie's still the same. Then we got the color wheel set up, of course. Blue beats red, red beats green. I think, oh, wait. We have percentages in there. Hold on. It have percentages breaking down the, like, damage makeup. So I think if you're type advantage, you deal 20% more damage and take 10% less. But if you're type disadvantage, you take 20% more damage and deal 10% less. Or something like that. It's probably what it's saying. Oh, actually, I can just translate this real quick. Is this iPhone alive? It is not. On to the next one. So guys, what this actually says is, if you have type advantage, you deal 20% more damage and you have a 10% higher chance of performing a critical. If you have type disadvantage, you have a 20%, you deal 20% less damage and you have a 10% penalty to your critical rate. Then down here it says the way to acquire special points. So for your special skills right here, it says that you want to attack somebody who has type of disadvantage, and that'll net you at least one special point. And don't take that, you know, take that with a grain of salt, basically is what I'm trying to say, because I'm using like Google Photos to translate that. Now we want to go back over here and look at some new characters. So Leopold has been changed to an SSR. That Asta was already in the game. He was like the seasonal one. These top row characters are already in the game. Licht is a new character though. Just trying to see who else got promoted. Nobody else got promoted. Soul is new, and Sister Teresa, I think that's her. She is new. Raddy's is new. These are all SRs at this point. The blue backgrounds, SRs. So I think Charmy used to be a rare, but she's an SR now. SR Gauche. Heath Grice was already in the game. Shiren, I think. Voltos was already there, but I think Voltos was a rare. Or was he an SR? He probably was an SR. They didn't make too many changes right here, but they made a couple. Catherine was already there. So look, we got Veto here, we got Raddy's here, we got the others who are already there. I didn't mean to like not acknowledge them like that, but I'm just like, they were already here. We're not really too pressed about it. Oh, they're actually looking at them by types. So that first type right there, that was, geez, man, I gotta get a better hold on this scrub in the timeline here. So this first set right here is gonna be Guardian tank type characters. This next, Veto as a Guardian instead of an all-out DPS. Well, maybe they'll release another variant of Veto that has his third eye open, and then he'll be like the all-out DPS. This right here is going to be your attacking units, though, your DPS units. I can remember because I was using quite a bit of characters in this category here. Jack was actually pretty solid as a character. That section over there was the healing section. Then right here, this is the utility specialty, I guess you could say, section, because Noelle has like a, does she taunt and also put a shield on herself? Vengeance supports the team and also debuffs the enemy team. Sally debuffs the enemy team with her gel magic. And then you can only imagine what Finral and Vanessa would do, which is honestly a perfect role for these two, because if we remember the Veto fight, literally they were just flinging Asta around in different portals. We got Walters down there, and then right here is debuff mages. Just a second. Calm down, Vic Gaming. Trying to zoom through everything. Healers, specialty, debuffers. But obviously, you know, smoke, the plants, the painting, like all these characters debuff here. All right, we get to see some combat now. That was some good damage. The damage felt really like not that impressive when you did things. Vettel has that crazy ass like AoE move, even though he's a tank. I can tell that Vettel's gonna be a really good character because he has really high damage output just from what I'm seeing right now, and he's also a tank. We got a good heal from Mimosa. Those animations changed for Charmy. But yeah, the numbers look a lot like better in this right now, because before it felt like no matter what damage you did, the enemies kind of died the same. Like their health pools felt the same essentially, whereas now it looks like this damage actually means something to the characters. Team move by Nozel and Fuego. Jeez. Hot Mercury, dude. Asta and Yuno, of course, had their team skill that looks great, by the way. This was Battle Gigas, I think, is the name of this raid boss. This is the one that we had to go against. This one required you to use... Oh, I thought this required you to use 3 teams. This definitely required you to use 3 teams. I thought there was 3 phases. I thought there was 3 phases. It says 2 out of 3 right here. But, oh wait, that's the attempts you can do in a day. I thought there were 3 phases to this, but I guess not. Maybe there were like different levels to it, or maybe I'm thinking of the Noel raid where there were 3 levels to that. Honestly, with this boss right here, I don't know if they're gonna change the mechanics of it, but there is literally an SR, or no, there's a rare character named Georg. Let's go back. There's literally a rare character named Georg. He's like one of the first mages that invaded the Clover Kingdom when everything was going on with the Eye of the Midnight Sun. Georg, he's right here. If you boost him up, his basic attack, I believe, it reduces speed, and you can slow down Battle Gigas so that he can like damn near never hit you. Unless you have another character who can lower speed a lot, you can make it so that he never hits you, and it's just like you just taking turns infinitely. Because right here, it's kind of hard to see under my chat. You'll see that there's a speed gauge over here. Battle Gigas is at the start of it, but when I had Georg would go first because he had the most speed. I would pelt that man with like different attacks that would lower his speed, pushing him all the way back to the line. It would get to Georg before it got to Battle Gigas again, and then literally I would just keep attacking him with Georg to slow down his speed and keep him from ever attacking me, doing any real damage. And was Georg green or red? He might be type advantage for this. And I'm not saying waste your time working on Georg. I'm just saying that that's what worked for me, just to kind of go ahead and give you some ideas of things that could work, just in case. Because if Georg is also type advantage against this man, yeah, because once he does this, you're looking kind of fucked, bro. Like that hits hard, dude. As you can imagine, look at the fucking move. Yep, right here. So we have special mode with Noel. We have Battle Gigas here. This is the training dungeon. Oh man. So these are training dungeons right here. This one's special. So I guess you can farm these pendants right here, what you need to boost your character's rarities from whatever rarity they are to like the next rarity, right? So say you wanted to boost your character to SSR, I think you would need like 4 of these. I can't remember 100% how it goes. It's been so long since I've gotten to play. It's been like since December, really. These are really big experience potions, very crucial because experience potions get eaten away easily. I didn't even work on all my characters, but like a lot of my characters will level 100 like LRs, right? This right here, this cycles out. You can go in there and like farm materials. You can only do it 3 times a day, but it's always going to be a different material. Sometimes it's gear in here, sometimes it's like upgrade materials. It just kind of depends, right? But there still are specific like dedicated dungeons for this. This was really easy. So this is the one that had 3 levels, but they've actually increased it now. So there's more than 3 levels because you can see a 4th level up here, and it says 4, 5, 6. So we can only assume that this is a 3rd level, and there's a 2 and 1 above that. But this was really easy. Once you do this the first time, if you couldn't go back and do it again more times, it was just kind of like, bro, were you paying attention the first time? Because this is like really easy. And like I said, they give you Asta initially. Like Asta's type neutral, but he still does like a pretty good job in this. You know, it would be type disadvantage. I feel like Noel was a different color because a lot of characters that I'm thinking about, I feel like they were a type advantage and now they're not. So this right here, this. Let's go back a second. I didn't mean to skip that. This is the animation after you save Noel. Basically, it goes all crazy. Oh, no. That's in the middle of you saving Noel. So, these right here are different dungeons. You can see they'll give you different things. One second. Give me 1 second backwards, please. Cooperate. Okay. I just got to get faster about pausing. Good. So, you'll see right here, this will give you an experience potion. But it says there's a 4 right there. It's very tiny. But I'm imagining that's the level you're on. The higher the level you get on this, the more... Yep. Oh, it says 4 right here. It says 4. And it has 5,500. That's the required team power that they want you to have because it's called TP. Then you have level 8 right here where they want like more than double the amount that you had before. And this gives you a bigger experience potion, but like you're basically going to farm those up until you get to the final level, and then you can just farm the final level, get a lot of experience potions. That's what a lot of like what I was doing was really revolving around. They have so much stamina, dude. Just looking at the stuff they have up here, fucking ridiculous. Like who's modding the game right now, or not modding it, but like why did you add all that in knowing damn well you don't need it? This right here are all the different gear dungeons. So that logo is for defense, that logo is for attack, this one is for recovery, and then healing. Some of these logos look a little different because I know that's like defense pierce, I think, and then this one looks like stun chance, because the gear sets are weird. They don't function like normal gear sets like you would think. This is, I think, recovery and health, I believe. These are going to be materials for upgrading so you can boost the substats on gear. You would just need these little pieces right here to boost those substats. And I think the ones on this side are the substat pieces, and then these are just like the pieces that actually upgrade the gear to unlock the rest of the substats for you. This is how the guild looks. So when the beta was out, I was actually in a guild with Bladesifer. Honestly, I'm not really one for like delegating people. I mean, I do a really good job at it. I just don't feel like doing that, right? So I'm just gonna kind of lurk in the guild and actually just spend my money and be really sweaty at the fucking game. Let's kind of continue on here. Also, it says that you can only have 7 members in your guild, so it seems to me that you have to level up your guild and then you can add more members to the guild, of course. Oh, you can customize the guild hall. Okay. I was missing some of this the first time that the stream was on because I was also talking with other people, you know, so some things were diverting my attention a bit. This is PvP. Yeah, wow, that team is absolutely not about to have a good time, bruh. Like 128 versus, oh my god, dude, nearly two times the fucking TP. Like, why? That's not fair. That's literally not fair. That's a cancerous debuff team because you got Lotus and you got this man Heathgrice over here. Heathgrice can freeze you. Lotus can just fucking slow you down altogether. He can smoke screen everybody. Sally can debuff you. Sally's actually pretty solid. I didn't get to use her, but I had to play against her a lot. She's kind of hard to fight against, man. Raya's gonna be really interesting considering he has copy magic. He might be able to copy moves that come his way and then blast them back. That'd be really cool. Then we have Licked right here, and maybe they don't give Raya a skill like that, but maybe a later version of Raya who has his eye open. I can see like third eye awakened like versions of the Eye of the Midnight Sun just coming later on in the story, of course. Raddy's has his Wraith magic. He's just gonna attack you with his zombie Jimmy or whatever. Useless character that Noel bodied at the fucking Royal Knight selection exam. Okay. And then I think this is the part where Jung Choi gets off stage. You can see, so literally right after that, right after this part of the video, you can actually just see my reaction where I'm just like, yo, this shit is wild, because you can see me kind of like flipping out a little bit. Hold on, wait for it. I'm about to start yelling or something. Yes, sir. You know, but literally, I remember I was feeling really too good that night, and honestly, I was trying to get through that live stream and then get off stream. I'm appreciative that it was kind of short, and they still showed off a bunch of crazy stuff, but also I felt like I would have been happy if it was longer. So right here, this is literally the part where I'm just like, all right, guys, that's it for the stream, and I was like kidding around, and then literally, the stream actually ends, and I'm just like, bruh. What do you mean the stream ended? Like literally it shows all this stuff. It goes to this little screen at the end. I don't know what this says, but we can translate this right now. It literally just says, after a while at 2 p.m. the Black Clover mobile live stream or pre-registration showcase will begin. That's all it said. So maybe the actual showcase went on after this, but we got to see the precursor to the showcase, and they were just letting us know that the showcase was happening, just so that we know that there's more information about it. This right here is talking about the milestone rewards for getting to a certain number of downloads. It already finished though. I think it finished March the 2nd, but it doesn't matter. We already hit all of our goals. So we're going to be getting 1 SSR Mimosa. We're going to be getting 10 tickets for a free multi when the game initially drops. And then we're going to be getting 300 black crystals, which is 1/4 of a multi. So a lot of good rewards here. And then after this screen, after that screen, the live stream was just kind of over. They ended very abruptly. I just wish that it was a little better about, you know, conveying to us that it was over and that it was going to be something that short. But at the same time, like I'm saying, we did get a lot of new information. And they did drop a lot of things on YouTube before the live stream even started up. So that is it for the breakdown of the live stream. Like I said, all the other aspects of the live stream that we kind of saw a little bit but didn't really get to go over too much, I will kind of go back and cover in their own individual videos. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. That's going to be your boy DEADMANVINCE signing out. My gifts aren't working right now. I guess they're broken, but I'm gonna throw you guys a throwback. If you did enjoy the video, then you can Leona thrash that like button, and you can also hit subscribe so you can tap in for more videos and unleash your hostile mana. But that's gonna be it for your boy DEADMANVINCE. We got a lot more content coming up today, guys. So you guys have a good one. You guys be safe and you guys be ready. Peace.